started assistant directing to learn and observe and understand how a set worked. And I got in with Clint. We got along well, and he just kept giving me more and more responsibility. Producing wasn't necessarily something I had intended to do, but it was hard to say no to Clint, so I just kept doing it. A friend of mine, Michelle Weisler, called me up and told me about the story, said it sounded interesting, and so she sent it over. And what appealed to me was just the characters and their relationships and the human element of it all. So we worked on it a little bit to try and make it a little more appealing to Clint, and he loved it as soon as he read it and liked the character very much and wanted to play it. And I think I was confident that it could attract a good cast as well. There just aren't that many roles for an 82-year-old that come along that feel believable and appropriate to him. I mean, we get submitted Dirty Harry scripts and cowboy movies, westerns. He's just not. None of that really appeals to him anymore. So this one was a role that he felt he could play and that had something to it. I am a baseball fan. I don't really follow pro ball that much these days. I've been working too much, but I grew up, playing baseball in Little League and really enjoyed it, and so that's what I was trying to capture in the movie, was just sort of that pure spirit of baseball that we all have as kids. Even if you don't play in a team, it seems to be around you everywhere on the radio and the TV and so forth. So I was just trying to capture that and sort of contrast it a little bit with the villainous character who's all about the commercialization and the endorsements and all those sort of unappealing aspects of modern day pro ball. I guess when it came down to casting, in certain roles, I figured put the emphasis on the actor and find the right actor, and then work with them on the baseball. And then other people, I figured, put the emphasis on the baseball, and then we'll work with them on the acting. So Amy had never played ball, but she's very athletic, and she worked with a coach, and so she could learn to hit and throw, and I think she's pretty convincing. And then the Bo character, he actually played ball in college, so he had some experience. He needed work with coaches to make him look a little more convincing. And then, of course, the Rigo at the end, he actually was offered a scholarship to play ball for college, and that's right where he was when we made this movie. So he was quite a good ball player. In my case, it was great experience because Clint doesn't. He kind of goes about directing in a rather informal way. He doesn't like to over prepare, because he likes the spontaneity of things just unfolding on the set in front of him for the first time. So as a producer, that meant I had to be prepared for a lot, for whatever he might need. So in terms of assembling the crew and the cast and the equipment, I had to think like a director and figure out what he might want or what it is he was going to try and accomplish. So that was all great experience. So when I started directing this, actually, I found there was even less anxiety, because when you're putting all this stuff together for another person, you're never quite sure whether you've got it and whether you've got everything that they want. But in Mike, I knew what I wanted. I had a vision. I knew exactly what my shots were and everything. So it was just a matter of telling people what I wanted and showing up.